Hello, this is Curtis with Weed Whacker Lawn Care. Hey y'all, I just arrived at another property that I normally take care of. This here is a every other week job. It's across town, so I normally I schedule it for every other week. I'll either do it Friday or Saturday, but today is Saturday and I'm doing this yard. And what I'm doing right now is I'm using my Sony action camera here, and as you can see in the video, I got my upright mower, and I'm mowing this property. And I'm gonna mow over it. And what I want y'all to understand the video. I'm just giving you a live event of me actually using my equipment to mow a yard. A lot of times I see people they want to say they dislike. Well, dislike in the video, I'm just showing you actually what I'm doing as working, the equipment that I'm using to work. Now, this ain't no easy job. It's nothing easy about it because these people are very picky, and you have to mow this yard, because if you don't mow this yard correctly and make it look good to them, well, they're going to talk about you. They're going to give you a hard time. And well, it's just not gonna be pretty. But right here, I'm mowing this yard, and I've been mowing this yard here ever since they moved here. He moved from another neighborhood to here. He bought a new house and he moved over here. Well, in this neighborhood, I picked up some more customers. uh, they noticed me. I done come over here a number of times and mowed this property. Well, word got around, and they would watch me mow this property, and they started asking questions. Who is that guy? Where can I get in contact with him? Because they like the work that I'm doing with this lawn. And it's hard to get, people to recognize the work that you do. It takes a lot of time, and that's all I'm doing when I show a video. I'm hoping that I can inspire somebody to help them in a way if they looking to build a business, a lawn care business, and what it takes to get it. This ain't nothing easy. I could put music behind it, but I ain't gonna put no music behind it. I'm just going to give you the real deal and what it is out there. And what it is that right now I got my mind on doing this job and getting through with it, giving them a nice curb appeal at the present time. And so, a lot of times people, you don't understand the video. You don't understand exactly what is going on and why. Because why I'm doing this is because I enjoy giving back. I've been doing this for a long time, and I like to help somebody because somebody has helped me. I didn't get good at doing what I'm doing just by picking it up one day. What happened was I took a lot of, as you say, a lot of crap, a lot of complaints to get things right. And so what I done went through, maybe I can help somebody else get it right before they have to go through the same thing that I went through, dealing with people. It's no easy job dealing with people. From one human being to the next human being. They all have different attitudes, different behaviors, and you never know what's going to come out their mouth and when, and what they may say about what you're doing. And I mean, that's the same way, even with me putting a video together here. You'll get somebody may say, well, they dislike the video. Well, you don't understand what I'm going through. You don't know who I'm dealing with. These customers are tough. I mean, they are tough. It ain't like no just mow and go. No, you got to critique this yard. You got to spot check this yard. You got to look over this yard over and over, repeat. Because if they walk out there and they look at anything that's out of place, next time I come, I'm going to hear about it. But fortunately, this is a good customer. I don't ever hear anything. I take that back. I did. I had a complaint. I had a helper with me. And the helper told me he done everything. Well, he didn't blow off the sidewalk up by the door. He left some grass there. Well, the next time I came, I heard about it. The customer told me, he said, well, it wasn't your fault. It was just your helper didn't do it. I said, you should have told me about it right then and there. I mean, we would have corrected that problem. But those are kind of things that you will run into. You know, as in this video, I mowed this, and I've been doing this for about, well, not here on this property, but he had another property, and I've been dealing with this guy going on for about 3 years now. And where I came in contact with him, I ran an ad in a little newspaper, and he was living in a neighborhood, and they never could find a lawn care guy. Well, I really wasn't looking to get any customers across town, but I did. So, I needed to make my money back for the ad. And I mean, well, it paid for itself though. But I quit running ads in there because I didn't like the area that I was going in, where these customers were calling me, and they want a lot of stuff for nothing, and I just set a price, and I'm like, either you're gonna pay it or you're not. And in a lot of neighborhoods, I didn't care for it, so I quit running the ad, and I just won't have no dealings with that anymore. But here, I'm going over the property, I'm mowing it, and I'm trying to, well, I got it, I'm running real fast over here on this upright, cutting this grass down. It's rather high, but I want to cut it down real good, and then I'm gonna come back with my weed eater here in a little bit once I finish this here. But what I'm doing here is I'm just basically showing you what it is to mow a yard. I mean, I could have push mowed this yard, but right now I don't have the time to really walk behind the mower. I'm trying to make some time because I have about 5 more yards to do. And what's going to happen? Well, at this present time they were talking about more rain, and I'm trying to beat the rain. So I need to mow these properties quick as I can before it rains, because once it rains I won't be able to mow them. So right now that's why I'm using this upright, trying to get through quick as I can so I can go do what I need to do. And that's the kind of stuff you run in lawn care. You have to be ready to move at all times. So it's no fun in games. I mean, if you're trying to make a living out of this, you got to be ready to go at all times. I mean, rain, shine, sleet, or snow. Well, if it's raining, you sure not gonna go, and if it's snowing, you sure not gonna go. But that's why you have to go in the summertime, because that's when you're gonna have to make your money. Because you got to save your money, because when wintertime comes, you're not gonna have much to do. And it's a tough living. It's no peaches and cream. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like putting a video there and putting the music. It looks like this is fun, jumping up on this mower and mowing this property. Well, it's not fun. I mean, after you do it over and over, and you start cutting hundreds and 200 or 300 yards or more, and you trying to make ends meet, it gets tough, and it gets tougher, because if it rains, you ain't gonna make no money, and then you're gonna get some customers where you just not gonna be happy working for them. Some people you don't want to work for them because they're mean, and ain't nothing you can do to satisfy them. Nothing. I mean, I be quiet. I've done stuff, and oh man, bent over backwards trying to help customers and all. Still, never happy. Gonna complain about anything, but it's all right. It's all right. You get used to it. It gets old after a while, and you get to the point you don't even pay them no mind. All you want to do is mow the property, get your money, and move on as quick as you can. And that's what I normally do. I mean, I'm mowing this property, and right now, what's going to happen, I'm going to pick up another customer, because another customer is going to see what my kind of work, what I'm doing to this property. I'm going to make it look good. And I'm gonna pick up some more customers. I'm not trying to get no customers over in this area, but it happens. I'm not gonna turn the money down, because if you're here, that's gonna cover my expense for coming over here. That's gonna help me buy some more gas. That's gonna help me buy some more you know, stuff that I need. Yeah, there's always a need in lawn care. You always need different things. So you got to be prepared at all times to have your eyes and ears open to when an opportunity comes knocking at your door. I don't turn nothing down. If I'm out in the neighborhood, somebody asks me to mow their lawn, I'm gonna I'm gonna go and mow it because that was an opportunity that day for me to make some money, and that's what it's about, making some money. I mean, lawn care, I don't care what you say, it's not easy. You got to be dedicated to doing this stuff, and you got to stay focused because if you don't stay focused, it will get you down. And I mean, I have my days, that I think about it. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes you'll get to a point where that things sometimes are just not really working out. But the day will pass, and hopefully you have earned some money that day to cover all your expenses and your bills, and pay your taxes and insurance and all. But and that's what I'm showing in this video. And I get kind of discouraged, while I'm doing these videos, because sometimes I'm not out here playing. I don't play. I'm not out here playing. I'm not out here just playing with these videos neither. I enjoy doing the videos, taking my time and doing them and publishing them. But when I see somebody and they put the dislike, and I'm like, you don't understand what's going on. I'm working hard. It's hot out here. I'm not playing, and I don't want somebody else to understand. If you put yourself in what I'm doing and what I have to go through from a day-to-day perspective in dealing with another human being to make that human being happy, are they going to be happy once I'm through? I don't know. I hope they are. I hope they come out and say, oh, it looks good. But I don't know at the present time or what's going to happen. But I'm sure hoping and praying that they like what I'm doing. So, I work hard at doing this stuff. And, that's why I bought me a Sony action camera, so I can give you a step-by-step. Now, I didn't have to do that, but like I say, I like giving back and I like sharing. I like sharing. I know I have a lot of people looking at my videos, and I'm thankful that people took an interest in what I'm doing and what I'm sharing. I just like to give back, and I love all the comments, and I love reading them, because some of the things that they say, it makes me laugh, and I kind of enjoy it after a hard day. You've been out here working and doing these videos and working in a yard, or somebody done said something that I didn't really care to hear, after a long day of just doing what I'm doing here, life is tough, but and that's why I took an interest in doing these videos. I've been doing lawn care a long time. I started out helping my dad with it years ago. He was doing it, and I would come home and he needed some help, and I would go in with him and help him. And I'm just thankful for those days that I was able to do this with my dad. He passed in 13, so he wasn't, well, he was down for some years, but when he was up, I went with him and doing some lawn care and all. Now, of course, they didn't have all these fancy equipment like the upright and the gravely equipment that I have now. No, we just push mold those things, walk behind the mower all day long. It wasn't and didn't have no trailer either. had to lift the mowers up and put on the truck. All this other stuff came later. I got that stuff. And, when I did, I just made my mind up that I would go ahead and do it. And, as time went on, I was learning. I'm still learning. The biggest thing to learn is customer service and dealing with people. You got to have a good understanding. And because, like I say, this is no easy job. I see a lot of videos, a lot of lawn care videos and all, and I know what those guys are going through because I'm doing it myself. And that's just from one lawn care guy to another lawn care guy. I can just imagine myself being in their spot where they are right now and doing a lawn. I know what they got to go through, in doing it. I know that they're doing this for some human being that's going to pay them to do some lawn service for them. Hopefully they're a good person, or we don't know. But like I say, and it's hard. Sometimes you'll see some, and I know those guys are going out of their way to create a video to share with everyone. And I know they're not looking for a lot of dislikes. That kind of, because the guy's going to be like, well, what is it that you dislike that I put in my video? All I'm doing is sharing a life experience with you and what I done that day. That's all. And not they not meaning any harm, but it kind of, it discourages them. And sometimes they won't put no more videos out because of that. And I've seen some. You wonder what happened to the guy. He stopped putting videos out. Well, he kept getting all of these dislikes, and he just felt that he wasn't making a good video for you. And, he didn't mean any harm. All you had to do was just tell him, well, put this in there, or, explain to him what's the problem. Because, when a person is doing video, he don't really know if you're going to like it or not. But hopefully you will, because you're sharing some information. You're sharing that day, a day that you will never, ever experience again. This is just a one-time deal. You'll never see this day. You can never live that day again because that's in the past. It's in the past. It's gone. So that day, we know that that person spent their entire day creating a video, working in lawns while they were working. And that day is gone. It will never be revealed. You can never live that day ever, ever, ever again. It's gone. It's just like you aging. 1 year after another. It's gone. You'll never see it again. And that's what's happening here. I'm working, and I've been doing it for so long, just working in yards. It's things I would love to see again, but I know I can't. Lord, you just can't. That's just the way life is. So you have to make each day a good day as possible as you can. But we're going to go through some storms. Some storms, raining, cold, hot, all of that you're going to go through. But, you make the best of each day. And that's what I'm just explaining right now in this video. I'm just trying to have a good day, doing some work here, and making this customer's property look good. And hopefully I'll have a happy customer here. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm cleaning it up. I'm dressing this property up. And I know from right there, even the customer have talked to me and say, my neighbor's been asking about you. I think they want you to do their yard. He said the ones next door. And I'm like, okay. Now, I probably have mowed this over 20 times. And sometimes that's how many times it takes for a customer to recognize your experience, your expertise. It takes them sometimes 20 times. They have to see you 20 times before they will approach you and ask you to do something. They'll ask somebody else about you before they'll actually walk up to you or and watch you until they decide to say, hey, you know what? I want this guy to do my lawn. Look how he made my neighbor's yard look. I want him to make mine look just like my neighbor's. I know he's going to dress it up. I know he's going to make it look good. He spends a lot of time on it to make sure it looks good. And I've been watching this guy for a long time. And he's been coming over. And each time he keeps this property looking nice, neat, and clean. I like that. I want him. I want to hire this guy. And that's kind of stuff that I get. People will approach me and tell me that they want to hire me to be their lawn guy. And some of them I will accept and some of them I will not, because if I have too many, I can't do them all. And that's why, I try to pass them on to somebody else, because, you can get overworked. And I have been overworked. I've had too much on me at one time. And I tell some people, I said, well, you can get somebody. No, I don't want nobody. I want you. I said, well, I'm not available at this present time. I got more on my plate than I can handle. And, when I get that much, I start backing off. I mean, I've had, over a period of years, I've had over 100 plus yards doing by myself, and I was running. And that's why I had to step up my game. That's why I had to get all this, other equipment, because I had to be fast and I had to be quick. And, being fast and quick, you can make some money, but you also have a lot of expenses, And I could hire a bunch of people and all this and that, but there's just more problems. I don't want to be dealing with no headaches for it, trying to do enough lawns to make a payroll and all this and that, and the insurance and the taxes and what else you got to do? Oh, workman's comp and all of that. And you got to pay for all of that. It's a lot of expenses in there if you want to run a crew of people. I done looked into all of that stuff, and the way I work, I keep it, just keep it simple. As long as I make enough to do what I need to do, I'm okay. I'm not greedy. I just want to live comfortable and be happy. That's it. And that's all that matters. As long as I'm happy, that's all that matters to me. As long as I'm happy. I'm not trying to make a lot of money. I just want to make some money so that keep my bills paid and everything. And that's the thing you have to get into. You got to be comfortable with what you're doing. Don't think that that you can make a lot of money. You can make some money, but you got to realize this is a very competitive business, and you have a lot of other lawn care services out there that you got to compete with. So everybody's out there trying to make a living in doing this. And you just, if you get you some customers, just get you some where you'll be comfortable and stay happy. Try to make them happy. Well, get you some good customers, because some people, like I say again, you can't make them happy no matter what. And and that's and like this is what I'm showing y'all in this whole video. I'm just trying to make this customer happy. That's why I'm going over certain things. Basically critiquing this yard. I'm double checking it. I go back, make sure I haven't missed anything, in that nature. I don't want to miss nothing, because I'm working, and I'm working to keep this customer happy. I want to meet a customer's expectation of me, that I come out, I'm going to do a good job, and that's what it's about. And so, throughout this whole video, that's why I'm talking to y'all and hoping that y'all enjoy and understand the video. When you see me put a video together and I post a video out there on YouTube, this is what I'm doing. I'm just giving you a live experience of my day, of what I'm doing and what I'm going through. It ain't like I'm trying to put no video out there to get a bunch of dislikes and all.
And when I started looking at it, I'm like, you dislike my video. Why? I want to correct it. I want to make it better then. That's the kind of person I am. You know, I didn't put it out there for that. I put it out there to inspire someone that you can make a living if you don't have anything, or if you in school, or you got out of school, or if you are looking for an opportunity to start a business that you can get into, like lawn care. I mean, you start out small and you just go from there. Get a feel for it. Some people may not like it. It may be too hot. They may not make enough money. You may not can get enough customers. But that comes in time. You'll learn how to market. You will learn this stuff if you want to do it. You will learn to earn. And I mean, I'm just here to give you the real deal. It ain't nothing easy. It may seem, oh, I can just go. No. No. Your hardest job is dealing with that human being. Oh, they something. Some of them won't pay you. Tell you they want you to do a bunch of work and you don't get paid. I've been through that. I've lost a lot of money. But right now I'm just sharing my experience with y'all. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm hoping that you enjoy my video this time of my experience. If you young and you don't understand, leave me a comment and let me know what it is that you don't understand. And maybe I can explain it, or I will even go further. I will even make a video for you. I will even do a personal video for you. Just like when somebody asked me about my service trailer, I done a video, and guess what? Somebody put on there they dislike that. Come on, man. You must be. You must be young and you don't understand. I didn't put that up there. Somebody asked me to make them the video, wanted me to tell them about the service trailer, and I'll be doggone. Somebody said they dislike that. See what I mean? And that's the same kind of stuff you will encounter in lawn care. You can mow a yard. I can make this all look good. The customer can walk out the door and say he dislike it right there. And I'm like, well, man, everything looks good. What's the problem? I don't like it. Well, it's the same way. The same way you dislike my video, the same way I done all this hard work here for this customer. He can come out there and do that. But hopefully he ain't going to do that. He's going to like it because, like I say, I've been doing this for 3 years for him. And when he moved, he had me to come do his yard over here. And I get a lot of customers like that. When they move, they want me to come do their yard. They don't want nobody else. They don't want to fool with the yard. They want me to do it. And I have some yards where you have to set up an appointment. They want to set an appointment, and we're going to meet at this time, and I'm going to do your yard. That's the way I roll it. You want an appointment only, you going to get home at when? Okay, then I'll be over there at that time. So I have to work around, because I know when we make an appointment and they want me there, these are the type of customers that you're going to get your money. Not none of this stuff, I'm going to leave you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't. Oh, can you come back? Oh, no, none of that. None of that. You're going to get your money. And that's what I like about them. I'd rather work in an appointment, What else is it that you want? Because I make extra money. Because I'll go there and they'll see something else that they want. Oh, can you move this flower over here? Can you trim this hedge over here? I'll pick up another 30 or 40 bucks sometime out of their yard because it's something else that they spotted that they wanted me to take care of. And I like that. When they're at home, there's other things they may want you to do. So that's good. Or you can mention, hey, what about that branch or that limb or something like that nature. But that's kind of stuff you run into. You can see in the video right now, I'm just moving along and overblowing the yard, making sure, no grass debris is hanging around out there laying grass. So I'll take the blower and blow over it, make it look real good and clean,
And that's what I'm doing. That's why you can see in the video right here, I was just blowing everything, patio off, everything, spot checking. I'm still spot checking, you know. I make sure I even pull up little twigs and stuff if something that I missed that I possibly didn't get at the time when I had the weed eater. It might have been laying down, or due to the fact that it's been wet and I didn't get a chance to actually get it. But I'm getting it now. As you can see in this video, I'm doing everything. I spot check everything on this. And that's hard work sometimes when you're going through spot checking stuff. You want to make sure you get it though, but you will get it and you will learn. And because all of this is learn to earn, and what it takes to do a lawn service, you know, it pleasing people. I mean, it ain't nothing easy. Care what nobody say. You got to be dedicated, and you might as well make your mind up. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. I'm just giving you point blank experience and what I go through on a daily basis. You know, I get up every day, and some days I'm running 7 days a week. My phone never stops. You know, I'll have to work all day Saturday. I have to work all day Sunday, and then I have to work all day Monday, and it starts all over. I've had times where I was working 7 days a week for 3 months. It was good though, because I made enough money to tie me over for the next year. You know, but times and times, you know, the clock keeps ticking. So right now, you know, on this yard I have finished it up, and you know, I'm wrapping up everything. And what I'm gonna do, you know, put the blower on here, and I'm gonna lock everything up. Gotta keep everything locked up, because you never know where that thief might be around the corner. He's watching me. He'll be checking to see if I'm slipping and get me, and that's done happen, you know. But I'm glad to get this all finished up here. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave comments. Oh, right now I was just going over here. This is another property. I did get another customer. This property over here, I mowed it, and I didn't actually make a video of it, but I did mow this property, and you know, right now I'm just going to pick up my money right here. So like I told you, I was going to get another customer. The customer noticed me across the street taking care of that other property, and so he came over and asked me would I mow his property. So, you know, I did make some more money while I was there. So there you go. You know, if you do a good job, you'll pick up some more. So I got my money, and hey, I'm out of here. Y'all take care.